Good evening. So I've got an unboxing for you again. This is my embossing powder I'm super excited about to try with the Cricut gel pens. And there they are. They're upside down because you're supposed to store them tip down so they're always ready to go. So let's get started. I'm going to start in Design Space. Okay, let me get Design Space open. And look, I'm getting an update. Excellent. With 6.14, we get the background remover. I'm excited for that, but I don't know what I'm going to end up with. We'll see in just a second. Okay. Sorry, this is kind of boring. You can fast forward past this. Actually, while that's going, let's switch over to my desk monitor and I'll do the unboxing. So what I've got here is I've got my heat gun, I've got my silver embossing powder, and we can test that as well, and my box. Let's get that open. My true control knife, which the lid is really tight. There we go. I need to twist it. Okay, it looks like my Cricut Design Space opened, and it is at 6.14. We'll check to see if the background removal was in it. You know what? That's why it's so tight. I put it on too tight. So here's the clear embossing powder in a nice little bag. Thank you very much. It's not a little bag at all. That's funny. So there's the clear embossing powder. And I got an embossing pad. And what this does, it just removes the static electricity so the embossing powder doesn't stick where it's not supposed to. Let me get rid of that box. And we're going to pull out the pad. It's double bagged. I wonder if I should keep this bag to put it back in. It looks like it's got a little bit of a powder to it. I don't know if you can see that in the bag, but that's interesting. Okay. Move all of that stuff out of the way. Here's the gel pens that I'm going to do. It's the mermaid set. And I think I'm going to do the, well, there we go. I'm going to pull them all out, but I think because purple is my favorite, we'll just do the purple. And I'll put them in my Cricut machine for now to hold. Okay. Now let's go over to Design Space. Here we go. And I'm just going to get a new project and just do some basic shapes. So the glitter pens actually take dry in about 10 minutes. So we need to make sure to get this embossed within that 10 minutes so they don't dry in on us. Okay. Shapes. Let's just do a heart. And that's interesting. It's taking a little bit of a long time. My computer is pretty busy. We're going to change this to a draw with a pen. And I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this a few times. I'm right-clicking and selecting duplicate. I should have 4 copies here when the time I'm done. The top 2 I will do with the Ranger Heat embossing pen, and the bottom 2 I will do with or actually let's just do 3, the bottom 1. So this one I'll do with the Ranger pen in the silver just for fun. And then I'll do the Ranger with the clear and then the glitter pen with the clear. So let me change my pen so that I know which pens that I'm using. To change the pens, I click the little box here. And I am actually going to change this to just a funny color so that I can remember that it should be my Ranger pen. I'll do that as yellow. Oops, you can't see that very well, but that's okay. This one's my Ranger pen as well, so let's do that one as in yellow. I'll show you my Ranger pen in just a second. It actually fits right in the Cricut machine, so that's really kind of cool. Oh, I'm clicking in the wrong spot. Sorry about that. That's why it wasn't working. Yellow again. And then this one, since we're doing the glitter gel pen, we'll actually select that from the list. And it's going to be, the color is plum, it says. Okay, let me attach these so they all print at the same size, or in this configuration. And I'm going to make them smaller because I just, well, let's do about 5 inches. Okay, let me get some white cardstock and we'll get it in our machine. I didn't have that prepared, darn it. Okay. Ooh, I have a nice piece of scrap cardstock here, so we'll make this fit on that. This cardstock's actually not that big, but it's just fine. Let me switch this camera. Do it this way to make it easier on myself. There we go. And it looks like I can write over to 5 inches, 5.5 inches, and down to almost 4 inches. So I will change my design in Design Space to just about 4 inches. Nope, go 3.5. Just so we have enough space. Okay, I'm going to select Make It. And Cricut Design Space is being a little bit slow right now, so I'm sorry about that. Actually, I loaded my mat and I shouldn't have yet. Let me do that. So I'm going to select on the mat because that's what we did. Done. And it's going to go down 4 inches wide and 4 inches tall. So that works correctly on my mat. Just to verify. Continue. Please connect your Maker 3. It's going to connect here in just a second. And medium cardstock is my base material. And it says we're going to put in that yellow pen, and what's coming up is the plum pen. So the yellow pen is actually my Ranger pen. So let's do that. Oops. Before we do that, let's get all of our extra okay. Before we do that, I'm going to get off the static electricity from my paper so that we can have a nice pretty embossing. Okay, and over to my Cricut machine. So here is my Ranger pen. We'll put that in, and it fits right into the regular pen. Okay, let's hold my mat, get that open. I always put the cap right on top so I don't lose it. I was just thinking, oh no, what did I do with the cap? And good habit was to put it on top of the pen. Okay, and the play button is blinking, so I'm going to go ahead and press play. So this is real time. You'll actually be able to see it. Okay, now it's prompting for the plum pen. Let me switch that real quick so that you can see. And back to this camera. And the plum pen is in. Press play. Oh, I didn't prime that pen, so it didn't come out very well, so I'm going to do it by hand a little bit. And I'm going to try not to, I should have moved the wheels so it wouldn't have, the wheels right here, I should have moved them out of the way so it wouldn't have dragged through the writing on my Cricut machine. So you'll see my writing is a lot worse than the Cricut's, which is just fine. Put the pen away and get this off and start embossing it. We've got 10 minutes. I'm sure we can do it within 10 minutes. Okay, you can barely even see the Ranger pen. I don't know. Let me see if I can. There, you can see them shiny a little bit on there. But let's start with the silver just for fun. And I need another piece of paper. I'm just going to use regular copy paper so I can clean up my mess. I'm just going to cover all of that up. I don't want to mix my two embossing powders, so that's why I'm doing it separately. Okay. There we go, nice and silver. And there's a little bit of, oh, it came right off as I shook it off a little bit more. There was a little bit of embossing powder on the inside of the heart. I'm going to get all of that off so that I don't mix it up with the clear. In fact, I'm going to use the other side of the page for the clear as well. So let's put this on our other two hearts. Whoops, I didn't open it yet. Let's see if there's a... Nope, I'm going to have to get my hook. going to run it right around the edge here. There we go. Are we still within the 10 minutes? Ah! I feel rushed. I probably don't need to feel rushed, but I do. Whoops, I used lots and lots and lots on that one, but that's okay. Well, I'll just scoot it over, tamp it down a little bit. Well, that's interesting. I can kind of see the purple glitter pen underneath my embossing powder right there. Okay, that is good. Let's go ahead and shake this off. You can barely see the clear on this white. I should probably try the clear on a different color paper just for fun. And you can see it a little bit on the glitter gel pen. Let's take a look, but the purple shows through. Okay. Okay, let's turn on the, well, maybe I should cover up my embossing powder first. And turn on the heat gun. Sorry about the noise. There we go, it goes nice and shiny when it gets done. Wow, on the purple it goes from a flat matte to a really bright purple. That's gorgeous. And on the clear, oh, pretty. Okay, I really love embossing. This was really fun. So that you can't see the clear very much, but you can feel it on the purple. And oh, that's just gorgeous. I love it. And you can actually see the embossed heart with the clear. Okay, so the glitter gel pens work really well with clear embossing powder. I want to try maybe a different color paper to see what the glitter gel pen does on that. Maybe, I don't know. Let me take a look. What kind of paper I got? No way. I'm going to use the same paper. Let's do a different color though on the glitter gel pens. Let's do a blue. So we'll do this color. It's peacock. I don't know why I'm showing you that. You can't see it. And let me go ahead and switch back to Design Space. We finished the project, so I'm just going to click Finish. Do you know what I will do is I'm going to just detach these three hearts so that they can go in different spaces. I'm going to delete the two yellow ones. I'm selected them both with the Shift key and then just pressing the Delete key on my keyboard. Even though this is purple, I will be using the blue pen. I was not going to change it, but now I feel bad, so let's just change it. Peacock. And then make it. Now on my mat, I need to put it right here in this area. Well, do you know what? Maybe I'll put it right down here. So that's approximately at the 4-inch line. So I will put in the software on the mat. I will put it right down at the 4-inch line. So that's where I know it'll draw. It can be off up to 1/4 of an inch. If we were cutting, it wouldn't make a difference because we could cut and it would work correctly. But in this case, we'll just do it that way. Connect your Maker 3. Let me wipe off this part as well. Medium cardstock and peacock. And I'm going to wipe off the paper there as well. Okay, and back to this camera. Let's get this loaded. My machine is saying load the paper. I'm going to press the button. Load my pen, which isn't loaded yet. Whoop. Oh, you know what? Before I make the pen go this time, let me get it started and warmed up. Okay, and play. Much better this time. Still a little bit of spots that it didn't write completely, but that's okay. Okay, one more time. I'm trying to be faster this time. Let's see if it works. So do you know what I should do? Is I should do an embossed one and a regular one next to each other. An embossed heart and a regular heart, just regular drawn heart, to see the difference. Okay. Looks like I've got some spots on there where I probably tamped it down too much. The ink is a little more dull than it was when we started. So I'm just gonna wipe my finger on the inside and the outside of the heart. Okay. I think I'd like this clear better on a different color cardstock. You can see it go shining. That is pretty. The embossing just gives it a little bit of dimension, I think. You can feel it on the paper. Well, there we go. I was just trying the embossing glitter gel pen trick. It works, probably just not as well as I'd hoped it would. You know what? Let's actually do one of these with the silver and see what happens. I'll leave the peacock pen in. And let me put another heart on here. Looks like I can fit a heart on the left side of my canvas. So let me make it again. And then move my heart in the right spot. Might have to make it just a little bit smaller on the mat. And the place that I want it is about 6 inches, and I want to make sure that it doesn't go past 2 inches. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. 6 inches and 2 inches. Continue. Medium cardstock. The peacock is loaded. Okay. Smooth that down a little bit more. And wait for the Cricut machine to press play. Here we go. This is the Maker 3. I got rid of my Explorers and the other ones with the Maker. So do you know what? Let me show you a close-up of this as well. If I can. Oh, I didn't switch my camera. Sorry about that. We'll go back to the desk camera. So I'm not sure if you can tell the difference between the glitter gel and the embossed glitter gel. The glitter gel is on the bottom, and the embossed glitter gel, it just has a tiny bit more dimension on it. That's probably a better test. I just smeared the glitter gel pen a little bit. You can barely see that. So maybe I didn't emboss it quick enough for it to stick properly. The plum worked really well. I can feel it a lot better than the peacock. I guess shiny wise on camera, they look about, well, no, the embossed one is a little bit more shiny. Well, okay, I guess I'm done playing. Thank you for watching. That was fun, and I'm sorry I didn't put the camera on my machine the last time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.